And we're back. There we go. Finally gets to set up properly. Alright, let's try this again. Sorry for the false start, everyone.
That was a test.
There we go. So we get to listen to the music again. And see the awesome visuals. They are really good. We get to watch all the... Well, you know, you all would get to watch all this if I went to the right scene here.
I'm just jamming out to the music.
Which is fair. Alright, so we have story mode, versus mode, trial mode, and option. I always like going to option first and seeing if I can figure out what I need to do. Level, normal, hard, or easy.
Well, I mean, obviously you want to go to options to see what options you have.
Time, limit, or no limit. Key config. Okay. Weak punch, strong punch, Y, X. Weak weapon, strong weapon, B and A. L and R make you shoot out confetti. I don't know. I mean,
cool.
That would be cool.
Why don't they have that in a game? You just hit a shoulder button. I mean, especially with the Switch, we've got 4 shoulder buttons. One
Right.
can be like the throw glitter button.
I mean, but just think about it. And, you know, and I'm sure Catcher would say this being a pacifist, what if instead of, you know, Vulcan guns, you have glitter guns?
I mean, why not glitter cannons? Don't give me ideas. I'll end up writing fic about it. The Glitter Gundam. It's painted with the colors of the LGBT plus flag.
Alright, so let's hit story mode and see what I'm going to get myself into here. So I can choose, it looks like between 9 different Gundams. Yes,
I'm assuming the regular forms of the Operation M Gundams plus their upgrades?
that's what I'm thinking. I mean, I used to be able to tell just based on their ratings here, but a lot of that knowledge has evaded me over the years. Interesting that Noin is in Mercurius and Ung is in Viator.
You have Wing and Wing Zero, that's interesting.
Wait,
Wait, why are Noin and Un in... Why?
That's a good question. Glitter cannons are not good for unaliving your enemies, but
They look cool.
they do. And there was a very climactic battle in Endless Waltz, where all the Gundams were, instead of trying to shoot to kill, they basically like took everyone's kneecaps out for more or less.
Basically.
Alright, so of course, I'm gonna pick my boy.
So basically, you can have Hiro piloting Wing or Wing Zero, but Hiro and Troa can't pilot their respective Oz things, like, you know, Mercurius and Viate.
Well, then, like, Hiro would have 3 different suits that he would be piloting.
So he's piloted way more in the series.
Oh, Phoenix has never actually seen Endless... Hey, look! Wu Fei! Aha! There's the heat shuttle button.
So at one point, is Cat going to get out of his Gundam and be like, "We can't fight! We're supposed to be friends!"
That would be canonically correct. Quit trying to poke me!
I mean, it would be canonically correct. He did that with Troa.
Mission complete. Oh, hey. How do you shoot? Oh, okay. Whoa! Hey now. That was not very nice.
For a second, I forgot which Gundam was which. Oh dear.
I'm the one with the super cool butter knives.
I I question why Sandrock would even be able to shoot because Sandrock doesn't have guns, but then I remembered the Vulcan cannon.
He does have the Vulcan cannon. Correct.
I'm also surprised that things aren't on fire because you're fighting Shenlong.
Because Wu Fei.
Yeah, if
This
it's
is
on
terrible.
fire,
I'll call the paramedics.
that sounds like Catra.
That does.
Also, his eyes don't look like they're the right color blue.
They're not. They're a little bit. They're supposed to be a little bit bluer.
Yeah,
They look very muted.
These look too dark. They look more like dual territory.
To be granted, the SNES only had 32,768 colors to choose from.
Oh no, Cat is fighting his lover. He's also kicking his lover's ass and not giving one fuck about it. I don't think Heavy Arms landed one. Oh,
He did land a couple of hits. It was not a flawless victory, as they would say in Mortal Kombat. See,
well,
look, stuff is on fire here.
that's because Wu Fei was not happy about losing.
Probably.
The only visual I have is the stream, so my commentary is going to be a little behind. Cat can like down thrust.
Yes, sir.
He learned how to fight from Link.
Oh, what the hell was that? Oh, I might actually lose. Damn! Oh god. Oh god. I lost, and I had Heavy Arms basically down to 0 health.
I know. Troa fights hard.
And Cat's probably like pulling his punches because, you know. Oh lord. I am getting snot beat out of me. What the heck?
Heavy Arms is rather heavy-handed. I'm trying to figure out what this background is from. It looks like there's planes in the distance, and they're on fire, and there's like a random skyline. I guess these are dead Leos that are on fire.
And I'm dead. Speaking of dead things.
Although the one looks like it could be like the helmet of Azaku.
Why are we playing into the family stereotypes?
I don't know.
Because you know Troa is actually in his brain having this giant monologue about
Troa's eyes
grilled
aren't the right
cheese
color
sandwiches.
either. His eyes are like blue, but they're supposed
They're like
to be
they're like the same shade as Capra's. That's weird.
What's Heroes look like?
They're
the
all
right
the same color. Like even
No.
Wu Fei's are the same color.
Heroes look more blue.
I can't tell with Zex because he's got that stupid helmet on.
Well, I mean, Wu Fei doesn't have blue eyes. He's what? Who created this game?
Bandai?
Dear Bandai, I have words for you.
Alright, let's try this again.
Join's hair is like hella purple in this too.
So, a very, very, very long time ago, I was looking for a random anime character to use as an avatar on some message board back in like 2000. Before I actually watched Gundam Wing, I ended up picking Noin, not realizing that Noin was not male.
Oh.
I was just like, oh, this character looks cool, I'll pick this one. And then a couple years later, I was like, oh, still a badass character, but I just didn't realize that it was not the gender I expected it to be. There we go. I was trying to figure out how to...
I was gonna say, is there a way to block in this game?
There is, you just go back. Well, I'm not gonna win that battle. I gotta figure out how to do that, where he, like, jumped up and then went over.
Troa is clearly showing off his dominance. You won that by, like, a very, very small sliver of health.
Yes, we did. What the heck? Troa, you're not supposed to hug me right now.
He just wants hugs.
This is like hugging the soldiers in Zelda. We don't do that.
I was about to say, wasn't there a game where we found out that it's wrong to hug your enemy? I mean, there's love thy enemy, which I'm sure Katra practices, but like, that's a bit, you know. So, I was playing Astral Chain last night.
Oh, how is that? Because that's
oh my god!
On my to buy list, along with Three Houses and a lot of other things.
It's
look at
gorgeous.
This! Look at this! The exact line. And I assume after this fight, these two are just gonna go out and just get ice cream or something. I don't know. That seems like the Katra and Duo thing to do.
Oh, I don't know who to go for. But anyway, Astral Chain. The game is absolutely gorgeous to look at. I really like the character customization.
Whoa!
Between male and female.
Nice.
Duo just did a whole bunch of things.
Duo is slicing and dicing me like I'm a Ginsu knife, or like he's a Ginsu knife and I'm a potato about to come julienne fries. That was a really weird analogy. And I'm dead.
Well, you can change your hairstyle, you can change your hair color, eye color, skin color.
Oh wow.
And you can name yourself. Like, there's preset colors, but I'm pretty sure you can, like, actually choose, like, hues and stuff like that. I didn't mess around too much with it. And the controls are actually really nice. The game looks gorgeous, and the voice acting's really good. The combat, I'm kind of, like, shaky on, but I'm not really good at combat anyway in video games, so that's probably more me, you know, user interfacing than anything else. But it's actually pretty solid for the combat. You press a button to attack, and there's evasion buttons, and you can switch between a baton and a gun, and I think you can get upgrades so that you can switch between more weapons. And then you get your Legion, which I have no idea how to control, but
I've heard you can pet it.
That's the Beast Legion.
Oh, so it's just one of them.
Yeah,
but still, that's one more than Breath of the Damn Wild.
I think you end up with like 4 or 5 legions.
I think I get really lucky.
Like, they get unlocked after a while, but you start off with, like, the Sword Legion.
Let's protect the colony together. Katra,
You're cute, Cat. I would say he's a cinnamon bun.
Well, he's a cinnamon bun that could actually kill you, really.
Yes, as episode 24 and 25 would tell. Oh no! Speaking of episode 24 and 25!
Right. So this is about to happen.
Well, I'm gonna have to go for my fave.
I mean, that's fair.
So
I need to figure out how to spend my meter. I think that's my ammo. Yeah, that's what it is. And I hold back and hit like X or Y or one of those. And it shoots my tiny little pea shooter.
that sounded sexual.
Well, I mean, Catcher's much better up close. He's not as good far away.
He's not a ranged unit now.
He's definitely a melee fighter.
Whereas Hero can be both.
Right, yeah.
You better hope he doesn't bust a rifle before you do that.
Speaking of which...
Yeah, you gotta be careful of Hero with gun.
You mean like that?
Hero, why? You were really close though.
Yeah. Oh, and I got all my ammo back. Hero does not have all his ammo back.
Did you even expend ammo?
Yes, I did. All I know about the controls of this game is what I saw on the option. So basically,
be looking up guides. But yeah, I would definitely recommend Astral Chain if you can pick it up. I like the story. Humanity is on the brink of, destruction. Our protagonist has to save it,
Come here.
It's very, it's
That's
very
right.
science.
Oh!
He kicked you.
I did not even win once.
Don't even try it.
You know, at least they're getting the characterizations pretty good.
Yeah, the voice acting in Astral Chain is really good. It's in English, and like the lip flaps are a little off in some places, which I found a little bit distracting. But outside of that, it's fine. I didn't recognize any of the voice actors, but they're really good.
I probably should have looked up a guide to this before I started playing.
Do you want me to look up a guide?
Yeah, we'll see. If I lose against Hero again, then yes.
Well, first I have to find out if there are actual guides.
I mean, I'm sure there are, because this does have a bit of a...
Oh, I can get a thing of moves.
Okay, so yeah, the meter up top goes down when you fire bullets, but it goes up when you land a hit. That's how you recover your ammo.
Back wing into a corner and just wail on it.
That's what I'm trying to do.
Ooh, I like this background. It's from the opening. Colony. Don't get distracted by the background. Me, I can do that. I'm not fighting.
Well, I have plenty of time to look while I'm laying on the ground. Oh!
So close. Hero fights dirty, though. What a dirty boy.
Hey, now. Get back, you're slowing me down. Yeah, that's... Again, something Hero would say. So I wonder if I should switch up. switch up and maybe do... Let's try Troa, because he's more of a distance fighter. Based on the show, I have no clue. It should hold true in the game, but...
Apparently, heavy arm gun can double as a club.
Yes. Yes, it can. That's what I'm doing exactly right now, actually.
You have a retractable army knife.
Right.
You've got some missiles. This guide gives me the background of each pilot. I don't need that.
I mean, just in case you don't know about the pilots.
Troa Barton, aka Triton Blue. Oh, spoilers.
Oh, it's closer. I'm not sucking as bad, but then Hero just got me into a corner and just obliterated me.
Don't get shoved into a corner. Man, he really is the perfect soldier. Just beat him with a Gatling gun and then shoot at him. Just keep doing that. Yeah. Stay in your fucking corner.
Oh, that's stupid Buster Rifle.
Apparently, you can dodge his super, which is his Buster Rifle. Where the fuck is this? Oh, here it is.
I will
Oh, this
accomplish
person
my
spelled
mission
Hiro's
alone if
last
I
name
must.
wrong.
Alright.
Oh, and then they tried to make a hero pun.
Alright, I'm gonna fight Super Dirty now.
Wow, this person's background of Hiro is absolute bullshit and completely wrong.
Uh-oh.
Anyway. Hiro versus Hiro. Who will win? Who will be the superior Hiro?
Well, I got the first couple of hits off, and now...
I have to, like, figure out which one's which.
Zero is the one on the right now. The one that just yeeted the other one. Yes, that is an accurate statement, Phoenix. Hero is on the left.
Damn, he is not easy. There is knockback though when you hit something though, so that causes a problem. Because then you can't exactly stay on somebody.
Right. Well, this is going surprisingly well.
Hiro is just slapping your ass. I think now you are obligated to call him daddy.
I will accomplish my mission alone if I must. Well, I mean, either that or you can have your clone go with you.
Oh, we don't talk about clones of Hiro here. We don't talk about that. We do not mention Frozen Teardrop.
I saw someone try and make heads or tails of that whole situation in Frozen Teardrop, and it was not...
You can't.
Yeah. Alright, let's go
can't.
back to Cat.
Maybe if I root for Cat, it'll work out better.
I mean, you do what you want. I'm not saying you gotta root for either one. You can root for the background for all I care. Oh, that was
the
cool.
background is rather lovely. I'm not entirely sure if you're entered or not. You gotta jump when he does the Buster rifle thing. He just jumped right into your attack. That was something.
Other way. There you go.
Get on him, Cat. Don't tee on him. You can do it.
Damn!
Oh.
I jumped just a second too soon.
Well, at least Hiro's completing his missions for once in his life.
I may actually start to believe him when he says he's going to kill me, because he's already done it 3 times. Andrew, you are not supposed to walk into the bullets. Do not hug the bullets.
He wants to give Hiro a hug. Maybe they can settle their differences.
You would think, okay, look.
But anyway, the reason I started talking about Astral Chain is because in the opening cinematic, there is a woman named Brenda.
Oh no.
And immediately, all I could think of was, it's a meat market, Brenda!
Oh my god. Alright. I will try every other suit until I find one.
You're going to choose dumb helmet guy.
I'm just choosing it for the suit, not for the pilot.
You do know that Zex lost in the fight to Hiro, right?
And as they always say, history repeats itself. Damn.
Tall Geese is old and clunky. I mean, it's a 20-year-old suit at this point. It's as old as Zex. This is why they made the Leo out of it, because it was tall and clunky and slow. And
Man, if only I could choose Epio.
but you can't.
I know. Wow. That was kind of pathetic.
Maybe you should try Noin.
Of course, Hiro would laugh after beating the crap out of Zex.
Should I be like aroused?
I mean, sure.
Well, because I mean, it would be for me. What did I call it? Hikaru laughing maniacally. Does that not do things to you?
But see, when my favorite character laughs, it's usually a bad, scary thing.
As if Hiro laughing like Sholdak from Vice Kreutz is not a creepy thing.
Watch this. That's right. Knee him in the face, Loin.
Just do some. At first, I thought that it exploded. The funny part is Hiro actually piloted Mercurio, so. story mode or just like versus mode?
This is the story mode. I think versus mode is basically story mode is their version of one player, and then versus mode is 2 player.
Oh.
We seem
what's
to
the
have
plot?
hit an impasse. The plot is, do you think this is a game? Actually, Hero, yes, I do think this is a game.
That was very meta. Who the hell can beat this asshole? I like how it said Lady Anna, but she looks like her Colonel.
That's definitely Colonel One. That is not Lady Anna.
Colonel Un doesn't fuck around. Oh, but Hiro has a shield, so that makes things complicated. If only he didn't have the Buster Shield. Somebody take it away.
I couldn't even beat him with the Wing Zero that has a Buster rifle.
Buster Shield.
Yeah, that's fine.
Come on, lady!
No. Oh, goodness.
Wow. Why the hell did Zex underestimate this guy? Just like, oh, I can beat him, no problem. Yeah? Sounds fake, but okay.
He can't even beat himself.
Well, I mean,
You know what?
clones aren't superior.
Oh, that's not what I was thinking when I said that. I was thinking something that I probably shouldn't be thinking to stay within Twitch community guidelines.
I don't want to know. You're gonna have to tell me after.
I was about to say, well, Hero can't beat himself even. Her. Oh, I might actually get one victory in. Nope, just kidding.
It's always really close, though. How do we stop him?
Well, yeah.
He's mocking us at this point.
Laugh all you want, Gundam boy.
He's mocking us.
Gundam Wing. Oops.
This was a mistake.
This is how we're going to beat Hero.
What did you have the level set at before?
Normal, I'm pretty sure.
Oh.
Which means
You
we have
think
to start over, so that's okay.
Do you think this will help?
I mean, I don't know if it'll help or not, but it can't hurt. Oh boy! Screw you, Yui.
Heat shuttle.
Starting out okay. I don't want to say too much.
I know you just got completely silent. The concentration is there. You're going in to kill. You can apologize after.
Even if I lose the match, I at least won one fight. That is an improvement.
He goes in swinging. Yeah, back up, boy. Scared? He's scared. Catcher winner has gone off the rails now.
This is after one too many blue shells in Mario Kart between the two of them. Nevertheless, best? Yeah, sure, why not?
That's what happened. That's for taking the dark blues in Monopoly one too many times.
Don't call the paramedics for Hiro, Katra. Hiro will just kill the paramedics.
He won't even kill them. He'll just eat them over a railing. They'll be fine. Presumably. Moment of silence for those paramedics in episode 1.
Great.
Yeeted like pineapples. Which meant that they had to call paramedics for the paramedics.
Would that not be like the worst thing ever? Like, hey Billy, what are you doing on the ground? Well, you see...
It's a funny story. Some kid in a military uniform threw us over the railing and then stole our ambulance.
Dispatched to a hospital like as like an emergency run?
We need paramedics to the paramedic. Ooh. Wow.
Sandrock
Cat
did look
learned.
Sandrock did look kind of cool in that freeze frame. Let's protect the colony together. Oh, wow.
After I yeet you out of the colony like a pineapple. That form, that grace.
That punch in the face. So, you got called on an emergency run to a hospital for a patient. Where did you take them from the hospital?
To another hospital.
Yes.
Instead of being the one to cause fires, Buffet is on fire. This reminds me of the Guyana Highlands in G Gundam, this background. Have you ever seen G Gundam?
I have not seen G Gundam. I know sacrilege, blasphemy, and etc., etc.
I mean, it's pretty campy, and it's definitely not for everyone. It was my first Gundam, which, you know, they say if you get into G Gundam first, it's hard to get to other Gundam series, you know, to get into them because they're more political based and whatnot.
I would think that.
But I had no problems.
I would say I think that would be like an easy way to get into the Gundam series. Like, yeah, you still, you know, you have all the look, Troa.
Troa is just regular cat shit. He went bankrupt to Catra one too many times.
Oh, good lord! Will you quit beating me over the head with your gun and actually shoot me with it?
Wow. Catra Winter is not fucking around anymore. You know, the previous things, those were just a test to see how they would underestimate him. But now he's coming for blood. Now he's yeeting people.
I'm dead.
Troa, why? I thought you loved him.
Apparently only in Latin America.
I thought Catra was your little one.
This is meaningless.
Yes, like the pet name, Little One.
The first Gundam series had 08 in the name similar. 08th MS Team.
Yes. I always wanted to get into Universal Century.
There's just so much in Universal Century.
It really is, and I think that's kind of why I never really got into it. I did read a little bit of Gundam Thunderbolt, mostly because I thought a Gundam called Thunderbolt was amusing, and it's actually not bad.
The artwork in Thunderbolt I really thought was cool.
I don't know where it takes place in UC, but I didn't exactly have problems following along with it. But I mean, I watched Endless Waltz before I watched Gundam Wing proper, and I didn't have problems with Endless Waltz either. But it certainly helps to have watched the previous series before Endless Waltz, because then you understand who this guy is and why everyone's shocked that he's not dead.
Just lay down and take it.
Spread your legs. That was terrible.
Frick!
It's because Troll has all these guns. He runs out of bullets in one and he's got like 12 others. You can do it. I believe in you. Hit him in the head. Punch him in the face. Kick him in the dick.
Oh God! Yes!
Oh. He got punched in the face.
Alright.
Just start kickboxing. But it's like, that's the
Patrick
thing.
would totally be like, hey, I learned these moves in Zumba. Let me see if I can do them in my Gundam.
Oh my God. Sandrock doing Zumba.
Jesus criminy.
Oh. You can do it.
Daggone super move.
You can do it. You can do it. Oh no!
Yeah, he super moved me to death. We are all incredible fools.
We sure are! Fools for thinking that we could go against someone with a bajillion guns with just 2 giant knives.
But they heat up.
Like, heated electric knives.
Instructor Ace just saw one too many late night commercials when he was designing the saber.
Beat him. It's unfortunate that he can use the gun as a club as well, because then otherwise you could just corner him, keep low
keep doing
to
that.
him, and then he would be useless. Oh, you want to throw me? Well, I'm gonna throw you. He's very aggressive. Oh! There was a sliver left. Fuck you, Troa! Figure out where this background is. It doesn't sound like it's an 8 or 16-bit rendition of anything from the series.
I don't think it's from the series now.
They just made it up. You know, out of all of the great background music music in Gundam Wing. They just make up their own shit.
Sorry, hold on just a second, guys. Okay, sorry about that.
What happened?
Oh, someone just kind of like barged in the middle of me recording, so...
Oh.
Okay, so... I was like frantically pointing to my microphone like, hello! Anyway, here we go. While I was distracted, of course, heavy arm shot me.
That's the cheap move, Troa. You know it.
I mean, he's a mercenary. Mercenaries are not known for fighting honorably. If I wanted an honorable fight, I'd go fight Buffet again. Oh no.
And then everything would just end up on fire. Oh, he shot you in the fucking face.
No, 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 no! Frick! Damn! I'm sorry, guys. This is not fun.
I mean, I still think this is a better game than what that was that name, like Morton and Packy or whatever.
Oh, Packy and Marlin. I mean, yes, that is true.
Where we spent that whole time just wondering what the hell was even happening.
I have got to figure out how to do whatever the equivalent of that thing where the Troa does, the screen flashes and then like half my life bar disappears. Capture's got to have something like that.
Just mash a whole combination of buttons together at the same time and see what happens.
Well, apparently if I hit something, I jump up really high. Just found that out. There we go.
Button mashing. It works.
Quarter circle forward twice.
Stay down, Troa. Just stay down and let the cat unleash all his fury.
It'll all be over soon, Troa. Maybe. There we go.
Stay down.
Even as he was dying, he hit me. What the heck?
He probably like tried to blow himself up and it didn't work out. Oh, we get to fight Zex. Ooh, I like this background.
I know, the background's really pretty.
We got the Aurora Borealis, although I'm not quite sure when we ended up in Alaska. Maybe they meant to put it in like Antarctica or Siberia.
I mean, either one of those would make sense.
So, Ben and Zex, I heard that you got your ass kicked by this guy who just kept apologizing the entire fight for fighting you. Confirmed, denied?
Quarter circle forward twice. Okay. I will try that. If I can do a quarter circle up there.
food action in. Who needs heat shuttles when I can just punch you in the face with my bit?
Sometimes I wonder if people forget that even though Capture is a cinnamon roll, I mean, Instructor H did give him, basic training on how to kill people.
Did he?
I mean, it was nothing like the training like that Hero had.
I did a meta on that. No, it was not like anything Hero had.
No, we're not doing this again. Oh.
Wow, that was a little too close for comfort. Too bad you blew up all your spare parts for Tallgeese to recreate Wing.
I think that's the first cocky thing Catcher has said all game. That was easier than I thought it would be.
You suck, Zex. You're one of Oz's best pilots. I'd hate to see what their worst is. Holy shit. We're just gonna toss Lady Unn around. It's fine.
Oh, damn.
Virgo's in the background. That earth in the background looks real sweet. It's almost the exact same palette as Syed.
Shit! So now I'm not supposed to say quarter circle forward. Is that doing 2 quarter circles and then any button? Or is it quarter circle and then forward, just 1 forward and then any button? I'm gonna lose this fight, I know. Oh, I see, okay. Catch that pilot!
I think you already did, Unn.
That's the name of the new game show that Colonel Unn will be hosting. Catch that pilot!
With your host, Colonel Unn. I wonder what fabulous prizes you could win for catching a pilot.
Not getting shot by Lady Young.
I mean, I think that would be a good prize. She'd probably shoot you anyway, though. She just won't shove you out of an airplane first.
Oh my god, will you quit kicking me in the face?
No.
That, I jumped right into that one. That was dumb.
She shot you right in the ass instead. She missed with the majority of that special, so that was
Damn. Oh boy.
Alright, so Oz has one skilled pilot, and it's Lady Unn.
The one skilled pilot is mainly an administrative role.
Right? Because she's too good. Oz would have, won everything in, 3 episodes. The timing would have just been all off, and Trey's all about timing. It's just like, no. We can't do this too quick. It has to be slow and steady.
There we go.
The thing about Viet, though, is that Viet is literally all offense and has, like, very little to no defense because it's supposed to rely on Mercuria.
Right. Which is, I'm kind of surprised that they went with these two. I mean, I guess just because they're slightly more significant than, like, if you put, like, put these two in, like, a Taurus or something like that, or a Leo.
I don't know. I would love to pit Leo versus Leo. I think that would just be really cool and badass. But I really love the Leo. So what do I know about anything?
Come on!
And that was the end of Viet. This is the second time it's exploding, and Catra's the reason for it.
This war seems as if it will never end. Oh, you're telling me, buddy.
And now we have Mercurius piloted by Lucrezia Noin.
Alright, so jumping into Noin is not advised. What the hell was that?
Shield diffusers.
Good lord. They don't just diffuse shields.
Well, I mean, they're used as shields. I think the technical term is planetary diffusers. She's using them both offensively and defensively, which is an interesting strategy.
That was just awful.
Alright, so Oz has 2 capable pilots, and they're both women.
I'm not really all that surprised.
I mean, Zex is the butt buddy of the leader of Oz, so it's not surprising that he gets all the action. Noin's really wasting her talents being an instructor, to be honest with you.
Oh my god. This is ridiculous! Holy shit, dude!
Cat fights with Noin later on, so this is awkward. Wow. And that is very, very green. Like, greener than an Oz uniform should be.
Well, you also have to remember, I guess,
the palette was limited, but still.
Not even the palette was limited. It probably looks a lot different on, like, a 90s tube TV than what we're seeing here on presumably an LCD screen.
Should I rig this up to my CRT TV and see what it looks like?
I mean, if you really want to do that, send me pictures.
Too much work.
That's the only way to get past those planetary diffusers is to just yeet the suit. Okay. Damn it!
So close. Too close.
The problem is, too, is that Sandrock is really slow.
Well, I don't know how much Sandrock weighs, but probably quite a bit.
Sandrock has a lot of... Sandrock is really meant for, like, heavy melee combat. It is armored like a tank.
Hold on, I will find out the weight. 7.5 tons.
Yeah. And even
Which
if, like,
is up.
next time I get to the character select screen, we can take a look at the ratings for each one. But if I'm not mistaken, Sandrock has the lowest speed rating of the main 5 suits.
Why am I not surprised?
But its armor rating is the highest. Okay, I was about to say, I have not even gotten one hit in on it. I did not want to do that. Well, Noin says the same thing that Catra does. And if we take a look, speed on Sandrock is 110. Heavy Arms is also 110, compared to Wing 150, Death Scythe 160, and Shenlong 130. Wing Zero is at 160, 150, 125, 125. It is tied for the slowest suit in this game with Heavy Arms. Aquarius has a speed of 125, so basically any other suit other than Heavy Arms or Sandrock will beat it speed-wise. Let's go with Wing Zero.
Piloted Mercurius, you know all its weaknesses. You just kick it. Noin is a formidable foe. Holy crap. Oh, that was a great finisher.
Oh.
Just throw her into a wall, Hero. It's okay.
Damn! Just comes out of the gate swinging.
Of course she does. Noin's not fucking around.
Oh my god. Really? Fucking seriously? Now what happened? We'll be back in just a second. Okay, we're back. We're gonna switch. We're gonna change gears here because I was getting way too frustrated with that game. And I'm sorry. I know I kind of really hyped this up as kind of a special deal, and I was really looking forward to it because it's a game based off my favorite show. And I forgot that fighting games are probably skill wise my worst genre of game. And so, going in blind was a mistake. Not practicing beforehand was a mistake. And I guess in a way it's good because it's, the next time I do a fighting game, I'll know beforehand I need to practice. I need to know the moveset of the character I'm going to be using. And I mean, really, about the only one that I have that I've really had much success in fighting game wise is Smash Brothers, and that's because every character's moves, like the actual inputs for the moves, are the same. One button is always going to be punch, the other button is always going to be a special attack. You don't have to memorize like quarter circle, forward, half circle, left, etc., and then hit 17 buttons at once to do a special attack. You just hit one button. And then if you want to do a different special attack, you hold up, down, or to the side, and another button.
Right.
But, so I would like to table this for now. And again, I apologize for folks that were here for just strictly the Gundam Wing stuff, because I know I even talked it up in a Gundam Wing Discord. And we didn't even we just barely got an hour into the stream on the game that I wanted to feature for this 4-hour special stream. And I'm really sorry for that. I've definitely learned some lessons from this whole experience, and I will put those into to moving on. So I guess as a plan B, we'll start out with some Jackbox. I mean, there may be a little bit of weirdness with the Jackbox just because I'm trying to get the censoring set properly. So someone who may want to put in something that is not cool, like hateful answers, homophobic, transphobic, etc., we can stop those from appearing on the screen, hopefully. And then if we have time left after that, I can go back into the Final Fantasy IV randomization that I was working on last night in stream, and we can continue on from there, because I think we stopped at a pretty good at a good part where there was still a lot that we could do. So just sit tight for just a second. I'll get Jackbox set up, and we'll move from there. Again, thank you guys for being so patient and so understanding, and I apologize that Gundam Wing did not quite work out the way I wanted it to. I'll be right back.
Ooh, I just moved in my seat and then like my back made this weird cracking noise.
Please don't die.
I think I'll be okay.
All right, so next up on the agenda is we will play some Drawful. Oh, I got to change the. I got to change a lot of settings here, actually. Get out of full screen. So as you can tell by the music, the next game I have up on the docket is Drawful. So if you have your device with you, you'll want to head to jackbox.tv. If you've not signed into Twitch on Jackbox TV, what you'll have to do is up in the top left-hand corner, you'll see the little 3-line thing. It's called a hamburger. I don't know why it's called a hamburger, but it is. Anyway, go there, and you will go to the Twitch button that shows up, and then sign in with your Twitch username and password.
I guess because it looks kind of like a hamburger?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Maybe. That's not what I wanted. So there's that, and actually, for just a second, let me go ahead and get in there first. Once I figure out how to operate my new phone. Here we go. Okay.
Draw a picture of yourself. This is gonna look great. I have the worst colors.
I have coffee and poop for my colors.
I have 2 shades of orange.
Also, I am not an artist, so this rendition of Catra is god.
That's okay, because I don't think the point of this is to be an artist.
The Phoenix, you're fine, is basically as long as like Yumi or Karu are the VIP, so I don't think we'll have a problem with the current crowd that we have in there. Good face. Good face. Is that a Cthulhu? It probably isn't. But we have Offspring Chick who is there.
Serena.
Yeah, Serena. So give Serena a chance to get in if they'd like. It's oh shit! I don't have an erase button. I think they do that deliberately.
There are no mistakes.
Right. I mean, otherwise you're going to have the quote-unquote artiste folks who will take every last millisecond of the allotted time to draw something. Whereas the rest of us who do not have artistic talent will just scribble whatever the heck goes in. You Bob Rossed it. Yeah. There are no mistakes, just happy accidents. Go ahead and Phoenix, if you'll hit everybody's in.
Three, two, one.
Well, hello there. This is Drawful. All right, we've got 4 players, so you'll each do 2 drawings. I can hardly wait. I'm gonna get this thing started. Okay, the drawing prompts have gone out. They should be on your devices now. Weird stuff. Like small limo or sexy pyramids.
God,
draw a picture on your device that would have that title. And when you're done, hit send. You'll get points for each player that can correctly guess your title. So, go! Do it! let's take a peek at your drawings. Now, use your device to type in whatever the heck the prompt for this drawing could be. And here are your choices. One of them is the real title.
Hello!
And here are your picks.
Ah, I see offspring chick.
Let's take a look at our next drawing. Put in your titles now.
My screen is telling me you drew this. Ha 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 ha. That's deep.
That really is.
Hurry
It's
up,
pretty
people. Just
philosophical.
type something in.
I mean, how do we know?
And here are your choices.
Use condoms, buyer's remorse, not enough money, or this present sucks.
Hello!
Okay, who picked what?
Nicely done.
Enter your titles now.
I have no idea what this is.
Here are your choices.
3 arms is too many arms. Help, why is a stick coming out of my chest? A scene from Macbeth, or chest bursting.
And here are your picks.
I actually didn't mean to pick that one, but we just roll with it.
The right answer was a scene from Macbeth?
I don't remember this scene in
A
Macbeth.
scene from the Scottish play. I call it that because I'm an actor.
I mean, I guess so.
A lot of people
Weird.
did get stabbed in Macbeth.
A lot of people got stabbed in Shakespeare, period.
He had a fetish, I think.
Type in a title now.
Stabbing fetish. You drew this. Maybe take a quick nap. Oh.
And here are
Christmas
your
trees
choices.
on fire, lame Christmas, Gundam Shenlong's barbecue, or popped corn. I should probably pick one of these, huh?
You know that might help you?
And here are your picks.
I had no idea how to draw it.
Hey,
So,
let's do
you
that
know,
drawing
I figure
again.
a Christmas tree
Drop
on
should be on your
fire is
devices
probably
now.
going to be a pretty shitty Christmas.
I mean, that's true. What kind of... Okay.
I don't know what kind of prompt this is, but like what else? I guess. Work on this.
All right, your drawings are in. Let's take a look. Up next, okay, here are your choices.
CrossFit, rabbit ears antenna, character from Homestar Runner, a very confusing set of directions.
Let's see what people picked.
Hello!
Sorry. Ding. Ding, ding. Cha-ching.
Type in a convincing title now.
Hello!
And here are your choices.
All fingers, no thumbs. Toes that are all the same size. Holding a potato. And hands are hard to draw. I mean, that's not inaccurate.
That is valid.
Hello!
Okay, who picked what?
No, sir. Ding, ding. Ding. Cha-ching.
And now, this one.
The answer that I put in is probably not the right answer, but still a valid answer nonetheless.
Here are your choices.
Stretch ice cream limo. Paramedics hero chased away. Stretch limo. And no stretch limos for the children. We were all kind of on the same page. Except for the paramedics hero chased away.
To me, it looks like a fire truck.
And here are your picks.
That's fair.
Wrong. Ding, ding.
Hello!
Ding. Cha-ching.
Yeah, whoever's the VIP can censor anyone, including themselves.
And now, another drawing.
This is indeed a thing.
Hello!
And here are your choices.
Pants full of gravy, brown pants. Oh no, I cacked my pants. Sweatpants full of gravy.
Hello!
And And here
I
are
mean,
your
to be
picks.
honest, any of these sound like they could be the actual
Hello.
No.
answer.
Ga-ding. Ga-ding, ga-ding.
That was a
And
close
people
one.
say sweatpants can't be sexy.
Hello.
Congratulations, Dusty. You won.
I won with sweatpants full of gravy. I
That
mean,
sounds uncomfortable.
it probably is very uncomfortable. And you are right, Never Knows Best. I mean, pants full of gravy versus sweatpants full of gravy. But I guess semantics count.
I guess so.
Alright, so let's see what else could be a thing.
Well, there's a whole bunch of Jackbox games to choose from, so
Alright. So let's go back. Okay, I got it. We will. I was going to switch over to Fibbage, actually. We'll do a Fibbage game. So let me get that set up, and so I'll put up the BRB, and I will BRB.
good luck. Is it a 2? Then the host shuts up. Hi, audience. That's what I'm doing right now. Oh.
And I just realized I probably should have unmuted my microphone before all this. So, did the wife eat the retirement cake, dick, car, comic book collection, or vacation fund? Alright, let's see who picked what. Oh, an audience lie! Good job, audience! Phoenix picks up 500 points for fooling the audience. Eating his vacation fund. I mean, a trip to Disneyland would be a whole lot of donuts. Alright, let's see how the scores shake out here. Never knows best on top. I've got 5 whole points! Woohoo! And never knows best. You get to choose a category.
I have 10 points.
Unwanted donations. Alright, let's see what this is all about. In 2017, a charity shop in Swanson, Wales had to put up a sign requesting that people stop donating what? Type in your lies now. Waiting on one more. There we go. Let the audience finish up. And we're good. Let's see what the choices come up. By stop donating the Da Vinci Code, the CRT televisions, whales, use underpants, their children, or just simply pants. Alright, all the votes are in. Let's see how it all shakes down. Oh, another good lie for the audience. Is that book really that bad?
I've never read it. There was a movie.
There was.
Never watched it either.
I'm sure Tom Hanks would not mind that you've never watched it. Alright. Oh, I get to pick a thing!
Yay.
Let's go with... I'm kind of curious about this one. Alright, so let's see what we have here. When a group of New Yorkers moved into their Queens apartment in 2017, they discovered their new shower included a blank. What could it possibly include?
Well, as somebody who lives in New York, I think I can think of quite a few things. I actually went with something that was a bit more Jersey, but that's okay.
Alright, we're all in. We have Puppy, Pizza Maker, Soap Shark, Mural of Mandy Moore, an MTA stop, or a window.
I wouldn't be mad if I found a puppy in my apartment.
I mean, neither would I.
I'd be like, oh, finders keepers.
Right?
I mean, a cat came with my house, so...
MTA stop? Nope. Pizza Maker? Not correct. What about a mural of Mandy Moore? Whoa! I'm Mandy Moore, and I hope you're not watching me in the shower.
That's a creepy thing to take out of context.
Alright, so that was a successful round. So let's go twice as hard and double everything. 1,000 points for fooling someone and 2,000 for finding the truth. Oh, it's Russian fibbage! So, a Russian phrase about how treating people nicely gets you further in life is translated as, an affectionate calf blinks.
Russia has some weird phrases, so I wouldn't be surprised at
So-
any of the answers.
An affectionate calf licks your butt, milks better, gets the grape, gets its mother's teats, is probably a cat, sucks two mothers. So I'll be auditioning for Viktor Nikiforov in the second season of Yuri on Ice, except not even close. Oh, I forgot to pick something. Affectionate calf gets the grape? No, not quite. Affectionate calf licks your butt. Nope. Affectionate calf sucks two mothers. Russia is a wild place. That's for sure.
It sure is.
Alright, let's take a look at the board of numbers. And Karu takes the lead. And has control. Grave reality.
I feel like that's something
Not to be a
Dio
downer.
Maxwell would, pick.
It may look odd, but country music legend Hank Williams' grave is surrounded by what? Hank Williams' grave is surrounded by Puerto Rican flags, corn, cowboy hats and whiskey, AstroTurf, or guitar picks.
If he's surrounded by corn, does that mean he's buried in Ohio somewhere?
Yes. Yes, it does. Alright, let's take a look at the numbers. Puerto Rican flags! No, I got fooled by the audience again. Guitar picks. Oh! Never Knows Best and I were thinking alike on that one. Cowboy hats and whiskey, I think that makes too much sense. AstroTurf. I mean, that does make sense because I believe he was the one that did that song, Are You Ready for Some Football? Which is why I'm not a country music singer. Alright.
I mean, I've never even heard of
Best is
him.
in the lead by a whopping 25 points. And therefore has control of the board. These are some wild categories. Smuggler's Blues. What are we singing today? In March of 2017 was the year, man. Police arrested 2 guys in Spain for trying to smuggle 15 pounds of cocaine in what?
Oh, I think I've read about this.
Oh, you did not pick that one, Never Knows Best. Alright, and we have pounds of cocaine in Picasso paintings, a turtle, plantain peels, globes, fake bananas, or a dog's butt. A dog's bit.
It's probably supposed to be butt. Typing is a precarious situation sometimes. I forget what it was. The actual answer is.
Is it globes? Nope. Plantain peels? Nope. A turtle. Also incorrect. Fake bananas? Again. Well, Karu, you were close. There's the scores. Never Knows Best pulling out to the pretty big lead. But here we are at the final fibbage, which means all the point values are tripled in this one. So during Comic-Con in 2009, Stan Lee dropped a weird bombshell. At one time, noted celebrity blank wanted to play who in a movie? Or what in a movie? I also found out you can actually buy the soundtrack to the Jackbox Party Pack, and it's only like $5. I've seriously considered it. Anyway, Betty White wanted to play Deadpool. Tom Cruise wanted to play Deadpool. Sandra Bullock wanted to play She-Hulk. Tom Hanks wanted to play Captain America. William Shatner wanted to play Dr. Octopus. Or Michael Jackson wanted to play Spider-Man. What a choice.
These answers.
Although I would pay good money to see Betty White play Deadpool. And apparently so would Karu. Standard looking She-Hulk? No, that was the audience again. Audience has been getting good. Tom Hanks and Captain America? Not correct. William Shatner for Doc Ock? Also incorrect. Michael Jackson wanted to play Spider-Man.
That's
That
interesting.
is fascinating. Alright, so the final scores. Never Knows Best almost doubled up on everyone else. A fantastic win. Who had the most likes, though? It was Never Knows Best. All
I
right,
just
good.
imagined Spider-Man moonwalking.
Can you even imagine what Betty White as Deadpool would say other than, "Oh my god, I can't believe I'm playing me," or something like that?
I don't know, man.
Shall we do another fibbage? That way whoever was in the audience can actually join in.
As I try
Sure.
to figure out what to write, I answer carefully. Silly me. Fibbage 3.
Oh, wait a minute.
Fibbage 3.
Actually, I think I need to go back and get back in it again to let everyone sign back in. There's the room. Pantsless woe. Okay. So it'll be the three of us this time. Once you guys come back, feel free to hop in the audience.
I was about to say, who's the third person?
That would be Serena.
Awesome.
Because, you know, The Sims is entertaining, but it can't be that entertaining. Actually,
I
it is that
mean,
entertaining. We
was
just
about
watched
to say.
we just watched a video where someone made a house with literally thousands of doors and forced several Sims to try and find their way to the bathroom.
He has
And
a whole
nearly
series
all of them
just
died
the
in the
Sims.
process.
And he does this with a whole bunch of games. Gray still plays.
Sounds painful. Speaking of pain, Hero's house. Hero, I'm sure, has a lovely house that does not have 2,000 doors.
It doesn't, but it's still a pain in the ass. I say as somebody who built him a house. Let's see, what category should I be? Okay, just don't give me an option.
Yeah, you gotta be quick on it, though.
I tried,
Alright.
and
Eccentric Beijing resident Jean Biking decided his apartment was missing something, so naturally he built a blank on the roof. I mean, that's true. And we have haunted house, 1,000 doors, a mountain, or a room with 2,000 doors. You have 1,000 doors, but wait, there's more.
How do you build a mountain on a...
I don't know. We'll see. Maybe we'll find out. Room with 2,000 doors. Haunted house? Nope, that was Serena's lie. I picked mountain, and that is the truth. Huh.
How does that happen?
It's China. Things happen in China. But does the mountain have a bathroom?
But what did he make the mountain out of? Paper mache? Dirt? Bonsai plant?
Hopes and dreams.
But I don't have any of those.
Well, I guess you're not building a mountain then.
I guess not.
Rumors. Ooh. What rumor do we have now? One of the reasons Thomas Jefferson was excited to complete the Louisiana Purchase is because there were rumors of a giant blank on the banks of the Missouri River.
Clearly a room with 12,000 doors.
And we have mountain made of salt, or just a plain mountain, fountain of youth, or a monster.
Mountain made out of salt. That's what I sit on all the time.
Fountain of youth. Everyone said it. It was the audience lie. Nicely done. And in fact, it was a mountain made of salt.
Jefferson was a salty, salty guy.
He was. Salty Sailor Jefferson.
We joked about the mountain of salt.
Everyone picks up 5 points for existing.
Yay!
It's time to look at this.
Oh, what are we looking at now? So this hand-colored etching from 1806 titled Van Lambert, The Wonderful Blank of Little Britain. Go wild. Serena exists. Serena is not a construct of our imagination.
That we know of.
Hey, I believe. I have faith.
Now you sound like that.
It was bound to happen at some point. Is Dan Lambert the wonderful man-baby, the wonderful fighter, the wonderful great pumpkin, the wonderful 600-pound colossus, or the wonderful britches of Little Britain?
Britches, bitches.
All right, let's see who got it. Oh, I got fooled by the audience. 600-pound colossus. Nicely done. The great pumpkin. Yeah, there is a pumpkin in that picture.
Wasn't Great Pumpkin a Charlie Brown special?
I guess they had to get it from somewhere. Moving right along to round 2, where the jokes get twice as bad, but the points get twice as good. Let's make an emergency landing. Oh, the whole caption was... Okay, anyway. In 2015, a cargo flight from Australia to Kuala Lumpur made an unexpected landing after the fire alarm was set off by... what?
I feel like if it's coming from Australia, it's going to be something really weird.
What do we have here? Set up by Arnold Schwarzenegger, a kangaroo, a quokka, a farting sheep, or someone using the bathroom. Well,
Do sheep fart, though?
so when I was at the state fair, I lived in a barracks that was across the street from the sheep barn. I can unequivocally say that the answer is yes.
I would say I have questions, and I do, but it's better to not ask.
Kangaroo? Not a kangaroo. Audience says farting sheep, and apparently the audience was correct.
Do they fart that loud?
I certainly don't want to find out. What is a quokka? I actually have a picture of one saved on the desktop because someone else asked that in a Jackbox stream. That's the second time that's come up.
I forget what we were playing.
I believe it was bracketeering. It was like, what is the cutest animal or something like that.
Oh, and
Someone
it
said
went,
quokka.
and it went up between
For
like
a
that and a
reasonable
puppy.
fee, Martin Jordan will entertain wedding guests as a blank lookalike.
Who's Martin Jordan?
He's impersonating someone. Hell. I tried to hit backspace and I hit enter instead, so... One of these
Well.
is very obviously going to be a lie. A Gordon Ramsay lookalike, a Mokel lookalike, Michael Jordan lookalike, Jennifer Aniston lookalike, or Betty White lookalike.
I don't know who this guy is, so...
It was not a Michael Jordan lookalike. That's actually what I was trying to put. Everyone else said Gordon Ramsay, which is correct. Martin Jordan, huh? Sounds like someone who maybe, like, got kicked off of MasterChef.
Uh-oh.
And the scores shake out by not shaking out at all. Everyone stays in the same spot. Villain gimmicks. Mwahaha. There's a Marvel Comics villain who wears clothes from the 1900s and rides a flying tandem bicycle with a similarly dressed female mannequin. His name, of course, is Blank. Is it Brother Wright, the Gentleman, Sergeant Flapper, Bike Man, or Turner D. Century?
Sergeant Flapper, like Sergeant Pepper?
Sergeant Pepper, but not quite as spicy. I think the gentleman will be wearing a fedora, unfortunately.
Not if it was in the 1900s.
Fair point. It's sad that that's what I think of when I hear the gentleman.
No, we were right.
Indeed.
Look at that.
Alright, final page time. Point value is tripled. And this one will have 2 blanks for you to fill in. Here we go. In the 17th century, responding to a question from the Bishop of Quebec, the Catholic Church officially declared that blank were blank. The Bishop of Quebec.
I know,
There was a
and
Bishop of Quebec.
well, back then there probably was, but I know the people of Quebec have had strange relationships with the Catholic Church.
See if that plays into the answer.
Because, you know, they were assholes.
That they are. That peasants were heathens, that saxophones were blasphemous, that beavers were tasty, that blessings were tax deductible, or that beavers were fish? What?
Brass are blasphemous.
Yeah, it was blasphemous.
Boo!
Your blessing is tax deductible. Nope, audience says that. Peasants were heathens? Also incorrect. Beavers were fish? I guess so that way you could eat beavers during Lent? But
That's
why would you-
stupid.
Right?
It's meat. It's obviously meat.
And by a slim margin. That makes up for all the times Hero kicked my ass in that other game.
Listen. My husband doing you wrong has nothing to do with me.
Quebec was huge in the fur trade back then. And beaver fur was a big thing, indeed.
My mother actually has a beaver fur coat.
It is indeed a very logical thing.
It's very soft.
Alright, so let's see what other trouble we can get into. Oh. Stop spamming caps. Shoot. I am sorry, Serena. I have yet to figure out Nightbot. Should probably just turn it off for now. Alright, so let's do one that we haven't done before. Let's get...
She just says leave Hiro out of it.
Yes.
That's the 5-second timeout. It's practically nothing.
Yeah, I'm still really new to this streaming thing. What is in Jackbox Party Pack 2? I wonder.
Jackbox games. I have to take my flannel shirt off. It's getting too warm.
Ah, there is a Quiplash. So... Actually, I've never played this one before. It's called Earwax. Sounds disgusting, but let's see how it plays.
I mean, why not?
So let me pull this up here. Now you should be seeing something.
This looks interesting. What does earwax have to do with it?
Apparently, it's like an audio game.
Should I turn the volume all the way up? Oh, it already is up. Well, okay then. What am I doing?
Wait a half a second to see if Phoenix comes back. I don't know if he's actually back from getting food or not. Sounds like an old Commodore 64.
I like how Serena's avatar in this game is a toaster.
Because we all know Hiro Yui is not toast.
Hint.
Karu, I think you're probably going to have the everybody's in button.
I do, I'm just waiting half a second more.
Okay.
Alright,
3,
everybody's in the
2,
pool. If you're
1.
not in the pool, sucks to be you.
Hello, welcome to Earwax. I'm Mother, and I will be your host. Pay attention, this is important. Each of you will receive 6 sound effects on your device. One of you will be the judge. The judge selects a prompt. The rest of you, you choose 2 sound effects that you think go best
wonder
with
what
that
Mother
prompt.
stands
The judge
for.
picks the winner. 3 points is all you need to win this game. Remember, new players can join the audience at any time by entering the room code. Audience members' votes count. Onward. The judge, pick your prompt.
Karu gets to pick a prompt.
Our prompt will be this player's dream job.
Offspring's dream
Players,
job.
select your sounds.
So you have to pick 2 sounds that will come together and figure out what Serena's dream job will be.
I hope she knows what her dream job is.
This player's dream job.
I don't
Judge,
know
it's
what
in
kind
your
of
hands
job
now.
that would be, but
Judging is done. The winner is
Just another day at the office at Preventer.
pretty
the point is
much.
yours. Enjoy it. Here come the judge. Time to select a
No,
prompt.
1 minute you're sports, and then the next thing you're shooting people.
Sometimes both at the same time.
On a manual typewriter, no less. That takes skill.
And the prompt is bunch of dads hanging out. Choose
man.
those sounds wisely.
A bunch of dads hanging out.
Bunch of dads hanging out. Judging commences now.
Phoenix, what does the music college have
A
to
winner
do?
has been selected. The sounds
With-
chosen are
A bunch of manual typewriters.
You are rewarded 1 point. Congratulations. Meet the judge. Please select a prompt.
Yay.
Prompt time. How to stop a crying baby.
Oh boy.
Time to pick 2 sounds.
How to stop a crying baby? That is a very good question. I feel like none of these are how you would.
None of these are even close. Oh god.
How to stop a crying baby.
Now loading.
Let the games begin.
Porn sounds? Oh dear.
The judge has decided, and the winning sounds are 1 point goes to you. Way to go. The judge will be. What'll it be?
Alright, what do we got here?
I now present the prompt. A bad sound for a lightsaber. Sound selection starts now.
Bad sound for a lightsaber.
Hurry, hurry! There we go.
A bad sound for a lightsaber.
Oh my
Judge,
god, these
start
are all
judging.
fantastic! And by fantastic, I mean horrible. Oh.
The best sounds have been chosen. They are You are now 1 point richer. And the judge is prompt time. Pick a good one. The prompt is Kardashians.
That's a
Select your
prompt.
sounds, everyone.
What the heck?
What does a
Kardashians.
Kardashian sound like?
Who wants hot dogs?
Onward. A decision has been made. The chosen sounds are... You have earned 1 point for yourself. You should be proud. Judging this round will be... Choose the next prompt.
Uh-oh.
Here's the
Choose
prompt.
that one.
Mating call of a Democrat.
Oh my.
Time to choose your sounds.
Good luck.
Mating call of a Democrat.
Oh!
Try again.
Judge, do your thing. The best sounds have been chosen. They are... The point is yours. Enjoy it. The judge is... Select your prompt.
Okay. Oh, this is a tough choice.
Your prompt is as follows. Clown car accident. Players, select your sounds. Clown car accident.
Yikes.
First, stop the bleeding.
Let the judging begin.
Oh, these are all great. Okay. Legitimately tough decision here.
Judging is done. The winner is...
First, stop the bleeding.
You are rewarded 1 point. Congratulations. The judge... What'll it be? The prompt. There's only one way to stop these dinosaurs.
Why would you want to stop the dinosaurs?
Select your sounds, everyone. There's only one way to stop these dinosaurs.
Please wait.
Judging commences now. The judge has decided, and the winning sounds are... Alert! It is my duty to inform you that a player has emerged victorious.
That was more fun
This is the most
than
liked
I
player.
thought.
Way to go.
More fun than you thought?
That was very interesting. So I say, let's do one more of those games. And we'll do new players, because it looks like we have some more folks in the audience. At least according to the counter over on the side of my screen, so let's get a new room code and let people join in.
Nice hat.
You look quite dapper.
I can't tell if I'm a mouse or a monkey.
You kind of look like a badass Kirby with feet. Like, Kirby is like just chilling on a table while wearing a beanie. Give it about a minute more, then we'll get into the game.
Why couldn't I be the bat?
See, I was thinking more vanilla ice cream never knows best.
3, 2, 1.
Vanilla ice cream with sunglasses.
Oh, because vanilla ice cream is cool.
Hello, welcome to Earwax. I'm Mother, and I will be your host.
Dusty.
All right, now listen up before we get going. You get points if the judge chooses your sound effects. Be the first to get 3 points, and you win. See that room code? New players can join our audience at any time. Just enter that code and vote away. Shall we? Here come the judge. Time to select a prompt.
Oh, God.
And the prompt is DIY dentistry. Time to pick 2 sounds.
Oh dear.
DIY dentistry.
Yep.
Oh, my God.
Ouch!
Let the games begin.
Okay.
A winner has been selected. The sounds chosen are
Yep.
You are now 1 point richer. The judge will be... Prompt time. Pick a good one.
Oh dear.
Prompt time. Wizard sex.
What?
Sound selection starts now.
Have fun.
Wizard sex.
Miss.
Uh-uh.
Ouch!
Onward! A decision has been made. The chosen sounds are...
I like how massager is in quotation marks.
1 point goes to you. Way to go. And the judge is... Please select a prompt. I now present the prompt. What this player would constantly do if it were socially acceptable. Choose those sounds wisely. What this player would constantly do if it were socially acceptable.
Welcome. Nope.
Judge, do your thing. Judging is done. The winner is...
Nope.
You are rewarded 1 point. Congratulations.
Such a
Judging
happy
this
little
round
plant.
will be... Choose the next prompt. Our prompt will be... The worst thing to hear while home alone. Players, select your sounds. The worst thing to hear while home alone.
Wrong. Try again.
Judge, it's in your hands now. The judge has decided, and the winning sounds are... You are now 1 point richer. Meet the judge. Pick your prompt. Your prompt is as follows. What should happen to the jerk who cut you off in traffic?
Uh-oh.
Select your sounds, everyone. What should happen to the jerk who cut you off in traffic?
Stop.
Judge, start judging. The best sounds have been chosen. They are... You have earned 1 point for yourself. You should be proud.
Yay, everyone has a point.
The judge will be... What'll it be? The prompt is... Botching
Well,
the
hello,
saw
Felicia.
lady in half magic trick. Time to pick 2 sounds. Botching the saw lady in half magic trick.
Nope.
It's going
Judging
pretty good.
commences now.
I found actually not a new game. This one was in like the Jackbox Party Pack 2, but it's quite amusing.
Judging is done. The winner is...
Nope.
The point is yours. Enjoy it. And the judge is... Time to
God.
select a prompt.
What have I got?
Here's the prompt. Any panel at Comic-Con. Time to choose your sounds.
This ought to be amusing.
Any panel at Comic-Con.
Hello.
Onward.
Oh, let me see here. Which best describes a panel at Comic-Con?
The judge has decided, and the winning sounds are...
Hello.
You are now 1 point richer. The judge... Choose the next prompt. And the prompt is... When the weasel doesn't go pop, it goes...
Oh dear.
Sound selection starts now.
It should be interesting.
Did not get very good choices for this one.
That's unfortunate.
So this is just really cool. It's like audio version of Cards Against Humanity, almost.
Basically.
When the weasel doesn't go pop, it goes.
Oh dear.
Judge, do your thing. A winner has been selected. The sounds chosen are. You have earned 1 point for yourself. You should be proud. The judge is. Prompt time. Pick a good one. I know, decisions are so hard. Let me help. The prompt is how this player reacts to getting tickled. Players, select your sounds. How this player
This is
reacts to getting
awkward.
tickled.
Okay, Felicia. Thanks for stopping by. There's a lot of violence going on.
Well, I mean, look at who I married.
Let the games begin. A decision has been made. The chosen sounds are. One point goes to you. Way to go. Here come the judge. Please select a prompt. Your prompt is as follows. The Real Housewives. Time to choose your sounds.
This background is really trippy.
A little bit.
The Real Housewives.
Reminds me of the backgrounds in
Hello.
Earthbound.
Does it?
Let the judging begin. A winner has been selected. The sounds chosen are. You are rewarded 1 point.
Well, this will definitely
Congratulations.
be the last round
Judging
of this
this
game.
round will be. Select your prompt. Our prompt will be YouTube comment section. Select your sounds, everyone.
Oh dear. Yes, it did scream Karen. You are correct.
YouTube comment section.
You're not listening to me. Bye-bye.
Judge, it's in your hands now.
Oh, this is a tough decision. Oh, man. Well, I'm going to go with Gene Rayburn's advice and go with my first instinct.
The judge has decided, and the winning sounds are... Warning! A winner of this game has been decided.
Sweetums!
Yay! I mean, I feel like they were all pretty accurate to YouTube
Yay.
comment section.
They were. It was a very, very tough decision.
If they had a dumpster fire sound,
Right?
then that would have been pretty accurate.
And there were several people that picked just screaming, which is also accurate. Alright.
I mean, isn't that how you react to YouTube comment section? Screaming?
Yeah, pretty much. Flamethrower, another good choice. Nuke it from orbit, another good choice. Alright. Let's do... Moving back to primary computer. That's fine. Take a quick break. Because my bladder says we gotta take a quick break.
I'm gonna probably get something to eat real quick.
That's fine. We will take a short break and then we'll probably finish out with some Final Fantasy IV. So we'll take a quick break and be right back. Have a good night. Never knows best. Thanks for stopping by. Alright, we back. We are going to go back to Final Fantasy IV. And this is the same randomizer that we had last night. So I've actually just pulled up exactly the very moment where we left off, which I will also have to remember exactly where that was. Because a lot of stuff has happened since last night. I mean, I got a new phone, and I almost had a rage moment inside Sandrock, which is kind of ironic. I'll put it this way, I almost went zero system. And that's never good. So we will jump right into... I think we'll jump right into it. You're gonna behave? Okay, there we go. Much better. So, for those that were not here last night, this is Final Fantasy IV kind of turned on its head. Everything has been randomized. The bosses are all in different places. The key items that you need to progress in the game are in different places. The characters are in different places. And you can have anyone in your party, and you can even have multiple people in your party, multiple of the same person in your party. Right now we've got a pretty decent party. We've got Ed the Bard, we've got Porn the White Mage, Cecil's our Paladin, Rydia is our Summoner and Black Mage, and Yang is our Monk. And we've outfitted them with some pretty cool stuff. So I think our next stop here is going to be this big old pencil-looking thing called the Tower of Babel. I think I need to turn encounters back on, yeah. Pyro puppies! And they drop fire arrows, which is very appropriate. Oh, another battle. I find it kind of ironic that Cecil, being a paladin with this particular randomization, is dressed in all black armor.
He's going through a goth phase.
A goth paladin.
I mean, why not?
Edward gained 3 levels. Lydia gained 2 levels. And we got 1,000 gil. Man, those puppets hit really hard. Cecil, Edward, Jan, everyone gets a level. You get a level, and you get a level, and you get a level. Ah, monster in a box. The monster is just called Alert. That's not going to alert anyone now. That is the best bow in the game. Flame Man and his Flame Dog. Ooh. That's a lot of damage for Rydia. That pyro puppy needed to cool down.
Boo!
Ah! Another battle.
So how do you fight an egg?
Just yeet it.
And then it goes splat.
Yep. So in another game in the Final Fantasy series, Final Fantasy VI, there is a character that can suplex anything. And I mean anything. At one point in Final Fantasy VI, you fight a train. You fight a phantom train. You can have this character suplex the phantom train.
How do you fight a train?
I'll post a video of it in the Discord once we're done here. Of just how you can fight a train and how you suplex a train.
Can this character suplex a pineapple?
Yes, if there was a pineapple as an enemy, it would suplex a pineapple. It would pineapple a suplex.
But can he yeet a pineapple?
I mean, probably. He's a monk, just like Yang is, so... Ah, another monster. Alert. Oh, shoot! Well, that was great. Edward just killed himself with a spoon.
Oh dear. Spoon seppuku. Phoenix wants to learn how to pineapple a suplex.
It's a very involved process. What do I do with this guy? You can't do anything. Go away.
One must know how to properly yeet a pineapple. That is true. The basis of all things is learning to yeet a pineapple.
What? How did that only do 1 damage? It's a mechanical machine. Why does lightning not just completely frick it up?
Because it's a machine, it probably runs on electricity.
Ooh, an elixir. That's good. Elixir is a good thing. Battle is not a good thing.
These are tortoises. At first I thought they were birds.
Have it install an Apple update next time. I mean, you're not wrong. If Golbez's Evil Empire ran on iOS, there would not be a Final Fantasy IV. Because Golbez would just fail. Uh-oh.
He'd end up bricked from the iOS update.
Don't let the little dumpling die.
Dumplings are good.
Oh, why did I have her attack? See what happens when I do. Nothing! Oh, I already went that way. Duh. I ran from an egg. Too much cholesterol.
You should have suplexed it. Yeet the egg.
Where is the Apple? Where's the software update command? Another crystal sword. That's going to be a lot of money to sell. Or if I happen to find another Cecil, might just have multiple Cecils in my party.
With different colored outfits.
Indeed.
So you have Goth Cecil, and then not Goth Cecil. Punk Cecil. Monsters pop out of objects, you know. Kill somebody with boons, whatever.
Come on, come on. For sake of time. Oh, I only have one cabin left. Let's see. That room is useless. There's some more gold piece. Uh-oh, I'm out of room. Our bag is full. What can I get rid of? I'm gonna get rid of the fire arrows. See if I can sort this and maybe get some more space. Nope. Another elixir. Blizzard. That's supposed to be an item that basically casts the blizzard spell, but I just think of the Dairy Queen thing. Like here, I'm going to damage you with this frozen ice cream candy treat.
I mean, if someone's lactose intolerant, it might do some damage.
Lactose intolerant and diabetic. That would be a lot of damage.
It sure would.
Samurai arrows. That's a good arrow. Oh, shoot. Yeah, I did forget to change my, I gotta get better at that.
You mean this isn't Jackbox Party?
I mean, I think it's a party. Look, there's 5 people. They're adventuring. That's a party.
You have Cecil and Rydia next to each other, and they're hot.
I think that's it. Oh, randomize. Okay. Back to the game. We'll fight a boss here. Oh, we're fighting 2 of the fiends of the elements. Oh, maybe just one. Because Turtley Guy disappeared. So now we just have Rubicante. We're gonna do a little dance. Make a little love. Get down tonight. Oh no, it's all 4 of the elements. It's the boss rush of this game. Oh no. That's gonna backfire. Oh, not too bad. Oh, okay, bye. Everyone gains a level. And we got the hook for the airship. That's a good thing. The hook will allow me to pick up... Yeah, it will allow me to pick up the hovercraft. Huh. This appears to be made out of the same sort of material as the pass. Okay. Time to get out of here. I can't get out of here. I have the tower key. So we'll have to hike it out of here. But... Cecil, are you drunk?
Why not?
I mean, there is
YOLO.
There is an item in this game called Bacchus wine. And funny enough, it actually takes control of your character away from you. It's the same as casting Berserk on a character, which makes them just attack and only attack, and you cannot control them at all.
Well, don't get Cecil drunk then.
Apparently it makes everyone an angry drunk.
No one likes angry drunks.
Plus, what if you use this on, like, on Purim? Purim is, like, 7.
Then you have questionable morals in the first place. I think if you are implying a child with alcohol.
Right? Alright. I want to do something that's kind of weird here. Actually, no, I'm going to go back. Change my
The
mind.
airship kind of looks like a goldfish cracker.
So instead of calling it the Enterprise, from now on we'll call it the Pepperidge Farm.
Yes. Pepperidge Farm remembers.
Now, where did I leave the hovercraft? There it is. Weep. Weep. Get on the hovercraft. Go to this little cave guy here. And this little fucker wants a pink tail. Oh! Legendary pink tail. Great, take this. Another adamant armor.
Is adamant armor good?
Oh, let me show you. So right now, Rudy is wearing a leather shirt, basically. 2 defense, 1 magic defense. Adamant armor, 100 defense, 20 magic defense. Plus it boosts strength, agility, vitality, wisdom, and willpower by 15.
So I'm guessing that's good.
Yes. Yeah, just watch. Her defense before was 13 and a magic defense of 6. Now it's jumped up to 119 and a magic defense of 25. Rydia
Oh, so she's pro.
Yes.
Well, Rydia, you won't die now.
Exactly. Plus, we can also take our hovercraft over this way. And I'm going to go on... Never mind. Just leave that there. I need to go sell some stuff because my inventory is almost full.
Inventory management time.
Yeah. That's the one downside to this Final Fantasy, is that it has a limited number of slots in your inventory. They very quickly fixed that in Final Fantasies 5 and 6 and pretty much all the ones afterwards. You get 48 slots in Final Fantasy 4, and you get something like 256 in Final Fantasies 5 and 6.
Oh. It's like doubled.
Yes, quadruple. Alright. That can go... Cecil's already got 1, he can't have 2. But look at that, that's 63,000 gold. Don't
Now
miss
you're
out.
really rich.
I almost have enough to afford another adamant armor.
Who are you giving that to?
That will probably go to Porum.
Here, 7-year-old child, now you will really be OP.
Does Rydia already have the Leviathan summon? Yes. So I can sell that Leviathan summon for money. Oh, I'm just like 8,100 shy. Okay, now I'm not shy. Now I've got it.
So, life. Huh. I just really like how vibrant all of the graphics are in this game.
And considering this is an 8-bit D-make of the game, I mean, that's really impressive.
It really is.
What items do I have? And this game was released very early in the Super Nintendo's lifespan.
Right.
Alright, so I need to go back underground now. Underground is this way, Dusty. Don't land on the mountain. Land in the mountain.
There's a mountain on top of an apartment building.
Yes. This is the apartment building that's underneath the mountain.
Oh, okay.
There are 7,000 dwarves, summon monsters, and sylphs that all live here. I need to cast... She doesn't know float. Oh. This is going to be fun.
I'm guessing that's a problem.
Yeah, on all these little flashy tiles, like as I step, you hear the little crunchy noise. That's subtracting 50 HP from every single one of my party members.
Oh. Yeah, that's a problem.
Until they go down to 1. You know what? We're gonna wait on this. Because I just really don't feel like getting into a fight with everyone at 1 HP. Let's go talk to Mama Rosa and see where else we might be able to go. And also stay here and heal up.
She'd probably be like, why did you try to go on that mountain when you don't know float? What's wrong with you?
Fast forward through the night.
How do you learn float?
It's at a particular level. Alright.
I'm guessing
adversary is
Rydia
waiting-
doesn't have that.
No, yeah, it's a white magic spell, so Rydia won't learn it. It'll be,
Well.
it will,
The 7-year-old?
it'll be the 7-year-old that learns it.
Godspeed, 7-year-old. No pressure.
Some more stuff. I'm gonna fight a boss. 2 bosses, actually. First one being
Heal some shit.
Golbez.
Oh, Golbud.
And this is a scripted fight, so there's no sense in me.
Worrying.
Yeah, there's
Oh,
no
I
sense
love
in
it
me
when
wasting my
shit's scripted.
resources.
Oh, Golbez looks very intimidating. He's just like, look at my fabulous armor.
And looking at the fabulous armor has paralyzed Cecil and Jan.
They're just in such amazement over it. They just can't move. They can't believe it.
Yes, he's full. He attacked you, yes, he attacked me by causing me to hold their gas, and now that's why they're paralyzed. Now we actually begin the fight.
Well, they're probably afraid if they let their gas out, they're going to short themselves.
And then Cecil would just ruin his fabulous armor.
Right? Plus be embarrassed because he's right next to Rydia, and she's hot.
Oh, I hate this battle.
It's like you don't want to shit yourself in front of a hot girl. This one enemy is just absurdly long.
Long boss is long. Yeah, it's annoying. Well, you're not supposed to set your sister on fire, so I'm gonna kill you. Yeah, see, that's what was supposed to happen first before they cast fire. So when the fire bounces off that wall, it hits a random party member. Okay. And now we have Rosa. So now the question is, and she's got dark armor too, huh? Do I want to replace the 7-year-old with Rosa? The 7-year-old learns spells a little bit more quickly, but Rosa's much better with a bow. But I would have to go and level Rosa up a ton. 30 levels. Yeah. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. Let's upgrade all of your shit. So right now this means Cecil's a better healer than Rosa is. Where else do we need to go? Twin Harp. Wait, I don't have the Twin Harp. Don't have the Tower Key. I don't think I have the Luca Key. I do not. Town of Monsters is the other one I can go to. I don't have the Rat Tail either. Town of Monsters or the Sylph Cave, and both of them have those floors that can damage you. I will elect none of the above. Instead, I'm going to go on a little treasure hunt and a leveling and a level up quest. Go to Edge's house. He really doesn't take care of it much because it's all ransacked. Plus, he left all his stuff here. Cursed ring, that's great. stuff. Oh. And some monsters, too. Love it. Levels. Life, armor, cure 2, mute, heal, berserk, blink. And Odin as a summon. I don't think she has yet. Nope. Oh, that's much better. Nope. I keep finding really good stuff for Kane. And it's sad because I still can't get him in my party yet.
He's playing hard to get.
He's playing sick in a bed in the middle of the desert.
Well, why is he in the middle of the desert?
Here's the funny thing, is that in the vanilla game, the way the plot works is that as Cecil and Kane leave Baron and then decide that they're not going back because the king is full of crazy, Rosa decides to follow them and then falls ill with desert fever, and so she's the one that ends up in the bed in the desert oasis. So for Kane to be there and to be playing the part of Rosa, who is Cecil's bae, I get a little bit of amusement out of that.
They switched spots.
Oh, I hate bats. Go away.
Bats in this game are like Zubats in caves in Pokemon.
Funny story I have about this.
Oh
So-
god.
When I was working cons, I was at a convention in Indianapolis, and I was promoting the con that I worked for. And the way we were promoting it is to, oh, I need that. I don't have enough money. That is Rydia's best summon spell. I must have it.
Bahamut.
Bahamut, yes. Mega Flare. Burn all the things.
Time to sell some shit.
Oh, yes. No, sell more. Sell more shit. I have enough now. Not a quick item. Or as I like to call it, Baja Blast. But anyway, so we were playing a game called Heads Up. It's a game that's like on the Ellen Show, and it's basically pyramid by using your tablet, where you basically hold up your tablet or something to your head like this, and there's a word on the screen, and then the person in front of you has to try and get you to say that word. So I had made up a deck of Gen 1 Pokemon, because that's all I knew. That's all I still know, really. And Zubat was on there, and the clue I got for it was cave herpes.
I mean, they're not wrong.
It was pretty amusing.
Although the first shiny Pokemon that I ever caught was a Golbat.
The ramblings here are kind of funny. I took down the attacker and defender before the CPU. I'm lucky to be alive. I fought the plague with 3 party members. I'm lucky to be alive. I ran into a yellow sparkle without safety saving. I'm lucky to be alive. I fought Golbez without killing 3 of my allies first. I'm lucky to be alive. I used spells on Ogopogo. I'm lucky to be alive. I was attacked by a Dark Knight with the NB flag on. I'm lucky to be alive. I ran into Wyvern with the Wyvern flag on. I'm lucky to be alive. I challenged a physical boss in the Fey March. I'm lucky to be alive. My wife threw a spoon at me. I'm lucky to be alive. I was checking the pot here and got ambushed by a stale man. I'm lucky to be alive. This girl is lucky to be alive since she's in the damn hallway to get out of this room. Alright, let's start our journey. Actually, let me go rest up at the inn. And then we'll start our journey up to the upper half of the Tower of Babil. The Tower of Babil is this giant structure that starts in the underground and goes halfway up, goes all the way up the underground and halfway up the overworld, and it's also known as the Way to the Moon. So it's kind of an important place. So it actually makes up 2 whole dungeons in the game.
Is it named after the mythical Tower of Babel?
I would think so. I'm pretty sure that is the case. You need some more HP, Rosa. Have some more HP.
You found a apple. That's not proper.
It's abbreviated AG apple for silver apple. There's the silver apple, which increases your max HP by 50, and then the gold apple raises your max HP by 100.
I think those exist in Tales of games as well.
Do they do the same thing where they raise your max HP, or is it something
No,
else?
I think they're healing items.
Okay. I'll put it this way. The last Tales of game I played was Tales of Fantasia for the Super NES.
The last one I played was Symphonia. I was really bad at it. I'm not good at combat.
Whoa! Jan! Hulking out there. It's 7,800 points of damage. And another adamant armor! Oh, it's my lucky day! Give that to Jan.
Everyone's gonna be all decked out.
Look at that, 134 defense. And he's got the most HP out of anyone. Crystal armor is the best armor for Cecil, but he's already got it. I forgot to get those chests. See, this is why I'm not a good speedrunner, because I'm backtracking to get these chests. Ashura, I don't think I have that as a summon for Rydia. Yes, I do. Okay, never mind. I am out of cabins. I just realized that. I have no way to heal up. So this will be... Oh, look, it's another cane. I think I'll get this cane instead of the one that's trying to pretend to be Rosa to get in Cecil's pants. I mean...
Wow. You're calling him out like that.
It's alright. Do I get rid of Yang or do I get rid of Edward? Edward hits too hard with the spoon.
You can't get rid of your spoony bard.
Oh, and I'm out of... am I out of room already? Oh, almost out of room. Okay. Well, I definitely want to keep the adamant armor. And
Get out of my party. I'm taking your shit, too.
Alright, so we've got the Holy Spear, White Spear. Dragon helmets, or Dragon shield, rather. Dragon helmets. I think we have Dragoon armor here somewhere. Nope, adamant armor, that's even better. And Dragoon that. So already I had all of the best equipment for Kane just kind of hanging out in my inventory. So this is the top half of the tower. I'm hoping most of these chests will just have gold in them since I'm running low on space. So far, so good. Though I don't need a... Oops. We can get... No, I can't get rid of the crystal. I need that to finish the game. I have no clue where the hell I'm going. What the heck? Yeah. Thanks, Young. You got me through half the game. Now, get the hell out of my life. Oh, 4 ogres. It's a good thing they put that adamant armor on Kane, because he's only got 190 HP to start.
Kane's HP is a bit shit.
He's also at level 10 when everyone else is at like level 35, level 40, so...
He needs to get good real quick.
Rydia, what was that weakness? Cast fire and it just does 1 damage on everyone?
Listen, she's trying.
Levels. Yay, now he's at level 25. Rosa still hasn't learned float. I got another dragoon armor that I have no room for. Okay, get rid of that. That's worthless. A save point. One more treasure chest. Let's go. Oh, this might actually be a tough fight. Because these guys... I have it paused and you're still attacking. What the heck? These guys are like the second boss that you fight. That's the Fiend of Water, but yet he shows up in a fireball.
Well, of course, that makes perfect sense.
spoon. Oh, damn! Good lord! We've already gathered the water. If Rosa doesn't get this Cure 3 off, we're in trouble. Oh, thank goodness. Oh boy. Cross your fingers. Oh god! And I'm out of life. Oh no. This is not good. This really isn't good.
It's up to a Cecil.
Nope. It's over. Oh, damn. Oh, damn. So... I can't exit. Fuck. We're gonna have to walk out of here the long way. We're gonna have to come back to this one. I didn't realize that wave was gonna hit for like 1,000 damage on everyone every time. That was harsh.
Does it normally hit for that much?
Not quite, but he's also showing up much later in the game progression than he normally would. Can I exit from here? Yes. Okay. Whew. Alright, so when we come back to Final Fantasy IV, we'll come back to this this seat again. And this time, we will not try the Tower of Babel and get drowned by the Fiend of Water who shows up in a fireball. I think instead we'll try and get Rosa to learn Float and then go through the Fey March and the Sylph Cave. That sounds like a good plan. But for right now, I'm going to heal up, and then we'll say our goodbyes and talk about what is coming up next. Okay. So while that's happening, thank you all for being here. This is my first 4-hour-long stream. Went fairly well, other than should not do a fighting game for a 4-hour stream. We'll learn that very quickly. So I'll keep that in mind for next time. But actually, next time we'll be doing some more Jackbox. I think the settings we have now as far as requiring people to use Twitch to log in will work just fine. Hopefully we won't need the censoring, but that will be there if necessary, just to make sure we have a good quality game. So if you liked what you saw tonight, please tell your friends. More people, more fun. Also, I will post the links to Discord and social media. If you don't have me followed on there, I would highly appreciate it if you do give me a follow and join the Discord so that we can continue the fun between the streams. So until Wednesday, this is Dusty saying thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.